Hi everybody, Dana Sparks, broker of Maximum One Greater Atlanta Realtors. And this week's contract, well, it's not a contract tip, but this week's tip has to do with how to find forms on FMLS and Georgia MLS. So a lot of times you are in the middle of a transaction or getting ready to start a transaction, and you're trying to find a specific form, a specific exhibit, amendment, contract form, just something, even a broker form that we have, and you're not exactly sure what it's called or where to find it. So I'm going to show you a little tip on FMLS and Georgia MLS that will help you out. So the first thing you're going to do if you are on eAgent Web is you are going to go to FMLS. Now, of course, you can get to FMLS anyway. It doesn't necessarily have to be through eAgent Web, but this is one-stop shopping. So if you go to www.eagentweb.com, you'll get this, which is tiles to get you to a variety of different programs that you'll need here at Maximum One. So here, I'll just click on the FMLS icon or tile. And so I've already logged in. So you are in FMLS. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to hover over products. And then what you're going to do is you're going to click on RDocs. So I'm going to click on that, and that pulls up RDocs. Now, instead of actually starting a tile that is going to have a client name, I just want to look for a form because I'm not sure what form I need to actually pull into a transaction. So up here where it says select, if I click on the down arrow by select, I have a whole list of things to do, of items that I can select. If I click here where it says Forms Manager, that pulls up all of the forms. And you'll see right here under the tab that says Forms Library, and I have the GAR forms, the Georgia Association of Realtor forms, and I have the RE forms, and then I have FMLS forms. So if I'm looking for a form on GAR, they're all listed here, or I can search. And when you're searching, less is better. So let's say I am looking for the unilateral TNR. So I want to terminate a contract. So if I go up here and I just put in TERM and then click search, or it just pulls them all up, I will get all of the GAR forms that have TERM in their title. So here's a commercial lease termination and release agreement, unilateral notice to terminate and disperse the earnest money, unilateral termination of brokerage engagement, mutual agreement to terminate a purchase and sale agreement, and a mutual termination of brokerage engagement. So again, less is more. I put in TERM. So you see the possible forms, and I'm looking for the TNR to terminate a purchase and sale. If you click on this little icon here that says actually it's a little down arrow, you click on that, it will download that form to your computer in just a PDF format so you can see it. So then you're going to click on it, and you can actually see what is involved in that form. So in this form, it's a unilateral notice to terminate and the proposed disbursement of earnest money. So from here, I can always download it as a PDF into my computer, or I simply go back to RDocs, I see the name of the form F83, and then I go back to my actual contact tile for my transaction, and I know what form I'm looking for. So, for example, if I am, let's say I am looking for a notice. So if I put in NOTI, I get all of the forms that have that. So here I can have a binding agreement date notification, unilateral notice to withdraw offer, notice to unilaterally extend closing date for 8 days, notice to unilaterally extend inspection, notice to exercise tenant, and so forth and so on, notice to reject the offer or counteroffer. Again, if I'm not exactly sure what's in the form, I click on the download button, the down arrow over here. I can click on it, open it up, and I can see what is actually contained in that form. Now, if I'm looking for a form in the RE Forms contract package, I'm going to go over here to the set of libraries, click on RE Forms, and then I get the entire library of RE Forms contracts. And again, I can just scroll down and see what's here. And you'll see I've got that many on the page. And then here's a button to pull down to see even more. And I have that same search feature here. So I can click Notice again. Again, I just put NOTI. I get Amendment and Unilateral Notice under Lease, Notification, Notice of Withdrawal or Terminate, Unilateral Notice of Withdrawal of Offer, Notice of Acceptance Date, Seller No Cure Notice. So again, I can see the forms and then take a look at what those are. Now at Maximum One, as the broker, we have downloaded a lot of the Maximum One forms available for you. We've downloaded them into FMLS so that you can, again, pull them up in your actual contact tile and send them through the e-sign program through RDocs. So to find those forms, they are located under Forms Package. So if I click on Forms Package, I have this icon over here, Office Broker Forms. And then over here to the right, these are all of the forms that we have uploaded for y'all, the forms, Maximum One forms you might find useful. For example, this is, that's an old one. Here is the Maximum One Affiliated Business Disclosure and Wire Fraud form. Here are service recommendations. Here is the DA or the pay at close request. Here is the transfer of earnest money between properties. So again, you can download that to see what it is. And that's what the form is. And most of these forms and more are actually located in the reference section of Paperless Pipeline. But we do have them downloaded here in RDocs for you, again, so you can attach them to a contact tile and send them through the e-sign programming. Now, your broker can upload your office forms into this Office Broker Forms pile. And if you do that, you guys are seeing it from a broker's perspective because I've got broker login. So if you're a broker watching this, same thing. You go to how I got here, Forms Package, and then you're just going to upload a new form. So if you're a broker, that's how you do that. If you're an agent, you're not going to have that option. So now let me show you where they are on Georgia MLS. So again, we're back at eagentweb.com. I'm going to click on the Georgia MLS tile. So once you log on to Georgia MLS, then on this front page, there's actually a lot of information on the Georgia MLS front page. I did in another video, this is market activity by zip code. That's a really cool feature. But back to the topic at hand, here you're going to go under Transaction Management, Transaction Desk, RE Contract Forms. So if we go to Transaction Desk, it's loading. It's going to check the browser's capabilities and make sure that the computer can pull up the forms. Then it will redirect you to the Transaction Desk. And here, under Instanet Solutions, you have Transaction Desk. AuthentiSign is the Georgia MLS e-sign program. And there's a lot of other tools here. You have automatic e-fax through Georgia MLS. Transaction Desk is similar to the RDocs tiles where you can set up transactions. But here's where all the forms are. So I'm going to click here on Instanet Forms. And here are Alabama Association of Realtors forms, amendments. The default when you go here are the GAR forms. So these are amendments, brokerage engagements, commercial forms, company operations, contingency exhibits, Georgia MLS forms, so forth and so on. So if I'm looking for a purchase and sale agreement, I can it has a search function up here too. So again, I can search here. or I can go down here to the folder that says purchase and sale agreements, etc. I'm going to click on the folder, and then I get all of the purchase and sale agreements under the GAR forms for all the various options, you know, if it's a purchase and sale, commercial, new construction. So then I see this is called F20 purchase and sale, and I can click on it. And then again, if I just want to see what the form is, I could create a new form to start a new transaction, create a new standalone form, create a new form, add to an existing transaction. For this demonstration, I just want to see what's in the form. So I'm going to click Create New Standalone Form. And then it will show me what is actually in the purchase and sale agreement. So I can review it and make sure that is the form I want. And then if I want to get rid of it, again, I'm just searching for forms. If I click, this also has really cool because you can change the size of the font. You can set it up. You can put in clauses. Georgia MLS Transaction Desk has a lot of features. Please go take a Georgia MLS class on Transaction Desk. But again, for this demonstration, I'm going to click here on the file folder, and that gives me the option to, I can delete it. So again, I was just looking at the form. I don't want it, so I can delete that form, or I can I'm sorry, you probably don't want to delete it, but you just want to exit out of looking at that. For the RE forms, again, we're under the Instanet forms. These are just Instanet forms. And for the RE contract package forms, I'm going to scroll down. Oh, hang on. I'm still under the purchase and sale. Okay. So I'm still under the purchase and sale folder. So I'm going to go back to the individual forms. Then I'm in the general categories, and I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to click on RE forms. That is the entire RE forms contract package. And I've got the standard terms in Korean. I've got the standard terms. I've got and that's going to be in English. I've got the standard terms in Spanish, the standard terms in Vietnamese, special stipulations. And I can scroll down here. This also has, let me see if I can find it. Maybe it was in the other one. All right, let me go back. Let me go back to the individual. Oh, here we go. This is what I was looking for. It also has a Fannie Mae contract addendum form, Fannie Mae contract cover form, and a Fannie Mae disclosure of information on lead-based paint, mortgage assistance application, Fannie Mae notice of termination, so forth and so on. So there is a lot of information. That's how you would find it on Georgia MLS. So again, just wanted to show you how you can search for forms and see forms and find out what they are without having to know the actual form number or without having to actually pull them into a transaction, just so you can search for the forms. Thank you so much for watching. Dana Sparks, broker of Maximum One Greater Atlanta Realtors, satisfying your needs with service, innovation, and education.